Hey, how you doing, guys? Welcome back. It's been a few days for me, but it's been a lot going on. So, what I want to do for you, I don't want to do anything to you. What I want to do for you tonight is I want to explain a couple things. I want to start to make this crypto real and NFTs real. So, like sometimes I'm standing up and I'm animated. I'm just telling you what's going on. Sometimes I sit down and try to show you different screens and what it actually looks like. So I want to do a little bit more of that, and I think over the next maybe couple weeks or so, I'm going to try to do some partnerships with different people. I may have them on, and we do a question and answer thing. I may just let them introduce them and let them have the floor and show you what's going on from what their project is about, and I may deliver the the introduction to it as well. So I'm not sure which way it's all going to play out, but I wanted to start being real, so you start seeing the projects that I'm interested in. These won't be like, my project channel's small, so obviously I'm not getting paid advertisement to like talk about some project. I want to bring projects on that I'm interested in, so that you can see what's really going on from my point of view, what I think about it, and then how they deliver it and what their project is about. So you understand, I want you to start seeing that crypto is not some kind of hustle. So if you're in this game and you're a crypto person and you're not in NFTs, I want you to be able to get something out of it. And if you're an NFT person, but you don't really play with crypto, I want you to be able to get something out of it. And if you're not neither one, you're exactly who I want to talk to. You're exactly who I want looking at my channel. Because I want us to get into the habit of doing something uh, about our situation. If we don't like the situation, we're gonna bark at the banks and bark at the rich people and bark at the government for treating us wrong. Yeah, do that. But in the meanwhile, while you're barking, you can still do something. This is that thing. This is the thing that can pull you out of your situation. And I don't know how many other ways I can say that. So, if we're talking crypto, okay, crypto is a one person game. Like I don't care how you play it, what group you deal with, it's one person, it's you. If you make a decision, that decision's on you. Okay? There's nobody else that can do anything about that. If you're in NFTs, it's still a one person game, except NFTs, you start to learn that success is made with the group. Okay, you got to get around the community of people who have similar thoughts. But you still have to make your own decisions. So the group may say, we're going to hold everything, we're not selling, under the impression that if there's no supply because nobody's selling, that drives the price up, right? Because there's nothing to buy. But they forget there has to be a demand. People have to want what you're holding. So it's not a zero sum game. Like we just don't sell and our prices go up to the sky and we're rich. It doesn't work like that. People try it. And also the singleness of it, the individuality, is expressed with like flippers. So you get in, you're going to hold this project until the price rises. And the flipper comes in and says, I don't care about later. I'm going to cash this out and I'm going to sell it and I'm going to take a little bit of money I sold and buy another one and sell it again and take a little bit of that and buy again and sell it. And they flip your project 3, 4 times. It keeps your price down because people are selling it and everybody's not holding it. Some weird dude behind the computer is selling all these things, making a boatload of money while you're sitting there holding it like one day I'm gonna be rich, and he already got rich. So you have to understand that like there's a lot of dreamers in this game, and there's a lot of people who can afford to hold. Maybe they're in different circumstances and they will hold. You have to take yourself into account and just do what you have to do. So if I'm in crypto, okay, here like just for the sake of showing you my like one of the things I'm looking at. Like here I'm looking at XHV and KDA. That's Cadena and Haven Protocol. These are just two little things I'm waiting on, and I'm waiting to see what the price action is. This is Haven. Haven is higher highs. I mean higher lows, but it seems to be a real active line here, right across about 14 and a half going to $15. So this probably looks like a resistance that we're dancing at right now. I'm expecting Haven to make a bump out of here. Okay, these two plays on KuCoin. Like this is my KuCoin account. These two, ooh, can't hit that. These two coins here are the two that I'm gonna use as my. These are my goats, my long term, but not for this bull run. These are the reason I wanted to show you these two. These aren't two that I plan on cashing out of after this bull run is over. These are two early projects that I think can be held for years. So I'm gonna wait till these do what they got to do this year. If I think they topped out somewhere at the end of this run and they start to come back down, I'll just cash out of them, take a little profit, and I'll wait for them to hit that bottom. I don't know if you remember a few videos back, the charts come up and then they come down and they look for a consolidation point. It's probably a pretty low dip in a bear market. That is where I'll buy back and get a ton more of these and just hold them and ride them up for the next years. Because Cadena is going to be a nice, man, their idea for blockchain is proof of work blockchain too. So it's like a Bitcoin blockchain, except it's faster and it links blockchains together so that other, oh man, it's crazy the way it scales. So it's faster than Bitcoin, cheaper than Bitcoin, and still uses the proof mechanism. Um, Haven is, I already went through that. I did a whole video on that, and that's probably one of my most looked at videos in the past month or so. Haven is going to be hot. Okay, it's a privacy coin. It may not get hot because it's a privacy coin. Um, People don't like that. Governments don't like that. But man, is the technology sweet. The way and the way that the money grows on a curve, based, oh, it's crazy. So these two are long plays for me. I want you to see, like, okay, they're at $14, and Cadena is at what, 1973, something like that. Just in case something weird happens, I don't have a lot in these coins, but in case something weird happens and Haven drops down to $7, I have my thing tell me to put the thing and put the buy in and snipe it. So if I fall asleep and it wicks down real quick, I hope I catch that. I don't want to miss that because I was sleeping. And the same thing with Cadena. Cadena, I got it at 1025. It's 1950 right now, 1954. But if that thing, if I'm asleep, drops down to 1025, give me all. I'm taking them. So this, I wanted to show you the crypto scene. Just the chart in one place that I shop here. This is important. Now the NFTs. This is the part that I really have to show you. Let's go to OpenSea. If you want to get into an okay, so I have up Koala Agency. But anyway, it'll work. So Koala Intelligence Agency, right? This is the name of this project. This is number 2. He's really blowing some fire too. Look at those eyes. So the price of this bad boy is 2799 ETH, 0.27999. In dollars, that's $1,236. That's expensive. The NFT game isn't cheap. However, you're not buying this guy. Okay, you're buying a piece of the community. So what you want to do is you want to click onto it and look at what else they have going on. There's 10,000 of them, and there's 4,900 owners. Okay, so that's a pretty good distribution. That's like 2 koalas per person. And it's not exactly like that. Probably most people have one, and there's probably a handful of people that have like 200 of them each. But the distribution looks good. That's a good, 1 to 2 is a pretty good distribution. So that's a good sign. The cheapest one, they call it the floor price, point 0.2, point 0.2 ETH. So that's cool. That's about 800-900 for one of the cheaper ones. And you can scroll through them and you see all the different looks that they have. It's still the same quality. They put different things on them. So that's one project. That's not a project that I'm in. It just happened to be one I looked at. So what you want to do next is, remember, NFTs aren't about buying the picture. You don't care. Somebody might care because it's cute. Most people don't. You want to go to the Twitter and you want to type Koala Intelligence Agency and see, my goodness, if I can type. Oh, my fingers are wrong. There you go. Koala Intelligence Agency. And they have 30.7 thousand followers. That's pretty good. They have a Discord. That's good. They have their collection. We just looked at that, and they got some cool graphics. They have people, they post a picture, 200 people looking at them. That's probably a cool group to be in. So now what you're going to do is go to the Discord, read about them, and see if you like how they act, what they're about. If you do, that's one you buy because you like the people. But ultimately, you are going to make your own decision. Okay? And you can look later, you can come back and look at like an OpenSea. OpenSea is the place where everybody goes over here. And you can do things like look at rankings and see which packages, like which projects do the most in the last 24 hours, in the last 7 days. You want to look at these type of things and see if one of them strikes your interest. There's some Decentraland, some Cyberkongs, um, all kind of weird different things to look at. But that's what you're looking at with the NFT game. So just make sure if you want to get an NFT game, you look at the price that you're buying, you see what you're able to afford, but you don't worry about the thing. You worry about your community, the community you're buying into, and then once you're in the community, you still make your own decisions. You don't give up your own um, thing, your reservation, what you're about, and how you do business. Keep those two in check. And from time to time, and you'll do well in this. Yeah, I promise you, you'll do a lot better than it seems buying a $1,200 cartoon koala. It's really not really like that. I'm so scared to open this screen. Okay. That's the guy Drift. This guy's cool on Twitter. He goes weird places and takes pictures. He goes up on top of buildings, Burj Khalifa, takes pictures. Um, so yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to start showing you a crypto page, as boring as it may be, looking at the chart of two things I'm interested in and what my play is for them. I got to tell you that. The NFT game, what I'm looking at and what's cool, like even Solon Art, you can go here and look at the Meerkat Millionaires. This is another NFT group. You see the floor price will show up here any minute, possibly. There you go, 5 Sol. Now Solana is a Sol. Solana is worth $250 now, so this must be $1,250. Would be the cheapest one of these, like this guy. He'd be $1,250. It's there's 10,000 of them. 541 owners are selling them out of 10,000. There's only 541 people looking to sell them. That's a good sign. That means people like these and they're holding them. Um, I could talk about these forever, but I'm going to go. But I definitely wanted to let you know what I'm trying to do next. I am going to be trying to deal with showing you some different projects from somebody else's point of view, as well as mine, and possibly even a QA session where we both show up on the stream. And I hope that's beneficial. I want you to be able to see it, see another part of the game that you're not in, um, or see something that you're not in any of the games and say, hey, what can I do to change my thing? Because this is that thing. And as soon as you can figure that out, the sooner you'll be on the path to not depending on anybody and being able to make your own decisions. And man, buying your own time back. Like, stop moaning and crying at people that who don't care. They don't care about you. They don't NFTs and crypto either. People only act like they're cool with you until they can get what they got to get out of you. But that's okay. That's who all's here. So there's no reason to knock that. You just keep it at arm's length where it needs to be and handle your business. This is a place where you get to do the grown up. You get to do the adultness. You make all your decisions. And I hope that's helpful. I would love it if you come and look at some of my other work and see if there's anything that you like. If there's something that you haven't seen that you'd like me to talk about, leave it in the comments. I'd love to do it for you. I ultimately just want to make sure that everybody is exposed to crypto and even NFTs if you like. Um, and just to start building your path of change from where you are now. Um, that's it. I appreciate you coming by. I would love it if you can drop me a like in the comment, anything like that, to let YouTube know that somebody out there might want to hear what a guy like me has to say. If you do, take care, and I hope you make some money out there.